Alright, what the fuck is up with the motherfucking businesses? Cold Hard Facts Podcast, episode 324. I am D.N.A, the only one, the one and only. Of course. And I got Howie Stackz.
Yeah.
What's happening, man?
What's going on, man? Appreciate you having me.
Shit. Yeah, I appreciate you to, being patient with me as I go through my journey and trying to get you. It's been a lot. It's pretty much been like a couple months. I think I first seen you at the vibe check. Like I forgot which one it was. I want to say the first or the second or the third one. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. But I knew you had something to you, like for real. So that's why I was like, I gotta interview him, but I just didn't know when, bro. And then when you and Westside Don came over, them like, damn, these niggas. I know these niggas wasn't. Like I can't say no. But I can also say yes and just not know when. You feel me? Yeah, I'm glad I got you here today.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. So, like I said, I got a lot of questions for you, but most of them gonna come off the dome. So, how did you get your start in music? Like, what made you want to do this music?
I started playing guitar when I was 8 years old. I played a lot of acoustic, so I was like trying to write my own stuff. And then I started, as I started trying to write more, I started rapping a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then I just kind of kept going from there. I didn't really take it serious at first, but then, I don't know, I just got a lot of compliments. But I stayed in the studio. I wasn't outside like I am today, you know what I mean? But it's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute,
I like your Ilfa sound, dog. Like you really
appreciate.
You hear a lot of shit that don't other artists hear. You feel me?
Yeah,
Your shit is pretty much developed to where you can push your shit to the moon. Like, I mean that's what it sounds like.
Years of practice.
Yeah,
so.
I can hear it.
Yeah,
there's a lot of practice. So where you from originally?
So I was born in Chicago, but when I was about 3 years old, my family moved to Florida.
Okay.
So I grew up in Florida, and then I came back here when I was 15. Went to school in the burbs and stuff like that. But I've been in the Illinois, Chicagoland area for a while now.
Okay. So what side?
What side? Well, I currently stay on the south side.
Okay. Hey, that's cool. Hey, whatever you rep, it's cool with me. I ain't tripping on it. Like I was saying, eventually you took it serious, and what age was that?
Honestly, so probably 18, 19.
Okay.
I used to be in a group called Stadium Status. I was in actually a couple of groups, but we tried to get it cracking a little bit, but we put a pretty short time limit on it. We wound up calling it quits in 2013. Okay. So after a couple of years, and then 2014, I put out my first project as Howie.
Okay.
I was still Howie before that, but I put out my first solo project. It was called Catfish Aquarium.
Okay.
A lot of people tell me I'll never surpass that, but I feel like lately I definitely am. You know what I mean? So, right. But it's still it's decent. It was unique for the time and everything like that.
For sure.
But then I feel like we tried to take it serious with the group, but as a solo artist, I should have kept doing the same stuff we was doing as a group. I didn't really, you know what I mean? I think that was kind of the blog era. It's you just you make your shit, sing your shit, hoping
motherfuckers fuck with it.
Yeah, it wasn't aggressive enough. You know what I mean? Well, I don't even want to say aggressive, but I had a lot to learn.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
So let me see. Let me get into these. Your top 3 albums of all time.
That's good. Okay. Number 1, I'd probably say Aquemini.
Okay. Nice.
Then maybe 2, Riding Dirty, UGK.
Okay.
And then The Score by the Fugees.
Oh man. Fucking classic over here.
I don't know, maybe I answered that too quick, but I was all right, man, I thought about this.
No, I love it. Those are some classics, and I'm loving how they really I'm hearing all them albums all at once, and I'm just you.
Yeah.
It's really you. It's for real, damn. So how you stay inspired to do it?
I mean, you know, it ebbs and flows. You feel me? And especially like it's weird, kind of. I mean, I feel like everybody kind of like right now, artists are doing multiple, like wearing multiple hats. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not always easy to stay inspired. But I just honestly, right now, I'm just trying to do regardless of the inspiration. You know what I mean? So like, even if I'm not really feeling it, I still gotta, you know, do at least X amount of this, pull up to this, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, because that's one thing that's hard about being an artist, because you, as an artist, you just like, if I ain't got no inspiration, fuck it. Like, you know, I'm not feeling it, you know what I mean? But like, you gotta kind of start looking at yourself as like a business. And it's like, you wake up and go to work when you don't feel like it, so why wouldn't you wake up and get to your own shit?
Exactly. So, you have been at this for a minute.
Yeah.
I wanted to listen to
shit.
only the recent shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I also see, so yeah, Catfish Aquarium, Food Chain, Hurricane Season.
Oh yeah, the old stuff.
War. Yeah, I see you, like, you've been on your grind.
Yeah. I do what I can.
Yeah, you do. Like,
I do what I can.
Like, that was your most recent album.
Yeah.
As they like to call the album, 16 songs.
To be honest, it was my first, like, probably my first real album. So it was like, I, you know, pretty much funded it myself. And then I got a lot of beats from JB, the producer.
Okay.
But it's a couple other people that produced on there too. But he did like a large bulk of it.
Right.
So it's like, it was kind of like my first thing, like, because Catfish Aquarium, like, the full thing ain't on streaming.
Right.
It's on SoundCloud.
Okay.
The full thing's on SoundCloud still. I think I took one down called 1351, and then, like, you know, since they're old, I didn't know the situation with the producers and stuff, so I didn't put it all up. You know what I mean? Like, wasn't trying to like be disrespectful about it. You know what I mean? So I just left it on SoundCloud. So
you do you still upload to SoundCloud like newer shit that?
Honestly, no.
No.
Oh,
okay.
I don't really use it anymore, but it's still got a large amount of my old music on it. Like I might have changed the profile picture recently or something like that, but I ain't really touched it.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
It's still like that shit's still valuable on the low. Like I just be like thinking like some people just use their SoundCloud as a promotional tool still.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So they just like upload something new and then like won't even touch it. Like promote it for that day and won't even touch it, won't even worry about it till like the next month or whatever and see what it does.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So that's why, you know, I just asked. I had to ask, like, I see you still, since I know you still got it.
The last time I used it, I mean, primarily I just go on there to listen to the whole Catfish Aquarium if I want to hear it, you know what I mean? But like the last time I used it was maybe like when I was making the EP War. That was like 2018, a while ago. You know what I mean? So it's been a minute. I've been kind of trying to focus more on like streaming and YouTube and stuff like that.
Right. 10KM, talk about that.
Oh yeah. So 10KM, I just released that November 1st. It's a little, honestly, kind of like a writing exercise. Produced by Kigs. We got a lot of stuff coming. We did a couple things this year. Started off with like a lo-fi track and my upcoming track on 1220. That's also by Kigs too. And he got like a unique sound. So it gave me kind of a Juice WRLD vibe. I had basically went on a trip for work, and I got stuck out there. I was reading that it's good to like write on the plane, and for some reason it's like the high altitude like helps your creativity or something. I don't know. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just try it. So I tried it, and that was like one of 4 songs I wrote. And that one was kind of the one about the flight. Because 10KM, 10,000 meters, but it was like, because I went to Europe, so I was just, that's about 30,000 feet. You know what I mean? So I just wrote that down, came back, recorded it, didn't know what to do with it at first, but the producer, he really liked it. A couple people told me they liked it a lot, and then people was telling me, like, put some money into it and stuff like that. I ain't shot no video for it or nothing yet, but, you know, so we'll see how it goes. I made the art myself.
do all your artwork?
This year I've been doing all my artwork. I did not do Itchy Fingers. That's Canon Montana.
Okay.
You know El Sabio?
I'm not familiar.
You know what's crazy? El Sabio was the one that told me to hit up Hef. So
Okay.
he's the reason I got on Vibe Check that first time. So I wouldn't have met pretty much none of y'all if that didn't happen.
Okay.
But Canon Montana, his cousin.
Okay.
So she did this Itchy Fingers art, and then she's talking to me about like some different like stuff she was doing with art, and then I was like, all right, I started trying it myself. So starting January 11th when I first did Voyeuristic, because I released Voyeuristic as a single, even though it's on the project that came out in March.
Right.
I did the art for that. Then I did every art since then, and then also my guy Vince the Man, who was on OL. Okay. I did like one art for his album, one of his albums. So trying to play around with it. I can't sound the greatest, but you know what I'm saying, like.
For sure.
You don't gotta wait on nobody else to make your art, like you know what I'm saying. Like you just gotta whip it up.
Pay nobody to.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Get your hands in all the pots, you know what I'm saying? Like gumbo with it.
As many pots as I can. I know I ain't the master on. There's a lot of like I never got into like engineering and stuff like that. Okay. A lot of artists be making their own beats and engineering and stuff. That's never really been me. That's not my strong suit, but I try to make up for it.
Do you want to get into it?
You know what? Nah, I'll leave it to the experts. You know what I'm saying? Focus more on like music and marketing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's where I'm a little bit.
For sure.
You know.
Yeah, that's good. Either way, I know that's like real tedious. Disappointment too.
Yeah. Okay, so that's produced by JB the producer. So it's called Disappointment 2 because there was a first disappointment. The first disappointment was a punk song.
Okay.
I took it down, but
why though?
I just been.
Ain't nothing wrong with dabbling into new shit. Like,
yeah, I hear you, but like when I took it down, it was like a branded thing. I'm like, I don't know if it fits into my brand yet. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just ain't put it back up, but it was real cool. It was basically like, I know I'm such a disappointment, you know, like with a whole like punk rock thing to it. So I basically did the rap version, and that was Disappointment 2. So what made you bring that one up? So,
because
is there a specific lyric you like in there?
No, I just like it. Period. Like I said, bro, you dipping into different shit, and I can tell that from your top 3 album. Also because like you versatile as fuck. It's like your sound can fit anywhere. Like you can really like dip into any style you want to. Like you that versatile. So, in my opinion, that punk rock one, I need to hear that. I need to hear that. Like,
I can definitely play it for you before we get up out of here.
So that's why I'm like, bro, I'm into every sound. So that's why I do this. You feel me? Like I'm really in that hip hop rap lane for real. That's what I grew up at. But I love it all.
Yeah.
Every style of music. So and that's what I feel like you can do. You can dip into any different style you want to. Your sound is fit for that. You feel me?
I pull
like you proving it. Like this year, like organic project EP that, like I'm loving that. I love the whole.
Oh, you like organic?
Yeah, man.
Okay, that's I like organic too.
Don't take this personal. I love that whole thing. Like I can't turn that shit off. You feel me? Like,
yeah. Hey, that's what's up. Thank you. Shit.
So like I'm just like dog. Like it's no limit to your shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Out of space with this.
I'm trying to see kind of like right now. I feel like I'm at the stage because I feel like I'm not as far as I want to be with it. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of like trying to see what sticks, and then I can kind of go from there. But I still got some other experimentation to go. I got a lot of stuff with Kids coming, and I'm telling you, I'm play with some Afrobeat in the future and stuff like that. Yeah. And the Disappointment 2, actually, it's funny because. So I always tell people like, I think of myself as a rapper, but like I approach music like a dance hall artist. Like, you know what I mean? Like the way I be trying to like flow and like hit some melodies in there. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And that's what I did with Disappointment too, especially at the end. Like, I know I'm such a disappointment, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but it was really like, I know John likes that song a lot. He's like, this is like your triumph song. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, I'm disappointed, motherfuckers, because, however, it's like just some tongue-in-cheek type shit. Like, I'm a disappointment because you thought I wasn't gonna do shit with myself, or I'm a disappointment because, you know, I be doing the wrong thing even if I had the right intention. Like, you know, like however you want to interpret those lyrics, like, like it's been a long road type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas make a lot of mistakes, and still, you know, things are working out okay, at least in life. You know what I mean? Like, and that, especially that whole Edgy Fingers album, because that was on the album, but then I re-released it because the mix was a little off. It was like, you know, it was just, that was like that album that I got like a lot off my chest, kind of. Edgy Fingers.
For sure. Do you want to get signed?
You know what? I'm not sure yet. I like I do want to push the brand further, and kind of narrow in and see how far I can take it. But at the same time, I like where I'm at right now, as in like what I can do. The limitations that I have, the limitations are like how much time I got, because, you know, I got a family and shit. How much time I got and how much money I got. But it's not like somebody in my ear like, you need to do this, you need to do that.
Right.
We just gonna shelve your shit.
So you definitely want to have creative control.
Yeah. So like, I mean, maybe when the time arises, maybe I'd be more interested in something like a distribution type of thing. But I wouldn't really be. I don't really.
Because I did want to ask, what's Down on Reed Publishing LLC? What's that?
Okay, so that's yeah, that's me. Shit.
Okay.
I try to, like, so I'm not necessarily trying to have a label.
Right.
But I do run myself like it's a label. So I try to run like,
I see that.
Run Howie Stackz like Howie Stackz might as well not even be me. So it's like I gotta do the work, I gotta do the talking, but at the same time, like, I treat myself like above the artist. I guess I'm my own manager right now and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I figure as long as I can, I'll do what I can, and then if things go a certain direction, that's when I'll start being like, okay, I might need to like hire somebody or talk about like how I can get this further. You know what I mean? But like, I gotta do what I can right now.
For sure. Yeah.
So that's that. I try to make my shit legit. D.N.A. Publishing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm on ASCAP. Like I got all my shit. I be doing uploading all my lyrics. So doing all the admin work.
Oh yeah.
The boring shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. Damn. Where the fuck it go? Trying to remember. Oh, Joy. Talk about that one. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Before you talk about it, I swear to God, that shit could be on the radio right now.
You know, I feel like it could. It's gotten. I didn't realize how polarizing a positive song can be.
Right.
Because it's like, some people are like, this shit crazy. And some people are like, this shit lame as hell. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like,
them people, their ears are broken. Just to let you know, them people, their ears are broken.
You know, so I think people just want to, I don't know, because I remember, I think Pharrell had that song, Cause I'm Happy. Exactly. Motherfuckers ain't really, like, it was everywhere, but like, I remember a lot of people hating it. So I'm like, I wasn't really super surprised. I wasn't like offended.
Right.
Honestly, the negative comments I felt helped get more eyes on it. So I like,
take the good with the bad.
Yeah, like, you know, I've grown. Like, I used to be the type that argue with you in the comments and shit, but I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. That's your opinion. Like, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, But some of my friends and people that fuck with my music, they might chew your ass out. But I mean, you know, you entitled to your opinion. They entitled to theirs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I really do. I do like that song a lot. I did want to do something. You know, because I do a lot of like sad, like not sad music, but like I don't know. I mean, you know, as a rap, sometimes it should just be intensely negative. It's not even like negative. It's like even disappointment too. Like that's kind of a positive song.
Right.
Like the message, but like when you hear what I'm saying, I'm talking a lot of shit. Like you know what I mean? It's like it's not really. There's still like a negative element to it. You know what I'm saying? So it is kind of weird to kind of
flip it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I see a lot of artists doing it. They do it their own way. That one, definitely, it's like some of my other stuff is night and day. Right, but I'm like, I definitely want to keep going in that lane. Maybe not just of the positivity, but just making like crisp, like radio ready shit.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But like not like to cater to, or like, you know, like I'm not trying to be out here kissing motherfuckers' ass trying to try to get on the radio, but I'm gonna try to like make good polished, like clean melodic songs. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, that's what your style. You dipping any style. That's why I was like, it's a radio record for real. Power 93, like you know, Power 92 and shit, and 107.5 WGCI in this bitch.
Hey,
like,
shit. Hey,
that's
maybe it'll get there. Maybe it'll get there. You never know.
Nothing was the same.
Nothing was the same. Oh, okay.
Because I was like, damn, what a hook at? But it's no hook. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah, just
like,
a little talking. The beat is intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was just, I don't know, talking a little shit.
Yeah, you was talking your shit.
Yeah.
I honestly went back to that like 4 or 5 times. Like, I was just like, dog. I was looking for the hook, but it was no hook. And I was like, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I be doing that. I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm okay with not being like heralded as like somebody that's like hip hop lyricist, but like that's actually what I came from.
Right.
And I be doing no hook shit all the time. Actually, Itchy Fingers, a lot of that shit ain't no hooks on none of that shit. Like some of that shit's just me rapping 2-3 minutes. Right. Shit, not even some of it, most of it. Like right. I think Joy is probably one of the only songs like that on that album that's like a lot of it is like I still try to make it like clean, polished, and radio ready, but like I think the first song, Run It Up, that's just, I can't waste no time trying to run it up, but it ain't really no hook. It's just like that's just dashed in there a couple times. Then Plays 2 is just me and Vince rapping. Shit, I did like a little bit of a conscious track, just rapping. The Franchise, it's like it's kind of sing-songy, but just rapping. Like I don't know. I just felt like I had a lot to say at the time. I had started writing in 2022. I felt like I had a lot to say, so I did a lot of no hook shit on there.
Right.
So I was like, you know, I'm gonna go back to the other writing formula, and then with None Was the Same, I was like, let me just. And I think I did a big mistake too. Big mistake don't really got a hook either. Right. I just be like playing around with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Damn. Let me go back. Let me go to organic again.
Nothing Was the Same. I'm glad you brought that one up.
Hope. Talk about Hope.
Hope. Okay, so El Savio produced that one. Hope is like I actually wrote a whole nother song to it. Right. Trashed the whole song. And then I had a feature on it too. And I just rewrote the entire song and came up with that. It's interesting because it's an interesting melody.
Right.
But I've heard some positive things about it. I went out with my guys and one of them pulled up and was like bumping that shit. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, hey man, niggas fuck with your shit, nigga. I'm like, alright, cool. I fuck with it. I I feel like hope is like kind of along that same vein of joy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like a nigga, we made it vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And just, you know, feeling good about where I came from and getting here and just talking about how it wasn't always like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you just gotta say, like, hey, I'm blessed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit's been worse. It could be worse. You know what I mean? Like, we here now. We're gonna keep moving forward. As long as it's a beat in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? A breath in these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of that energy with that one.
What you feel like your biggest accomplishment in music is so far?
To be honest, I don't know, because I really don't feel like I accomplished it yet. But I do know that this year was a good year. I'm really glad that I came to Vibe Check. I feel like I met a crazy amount of people through Vibe Check, and then I wound up going to LA with Hef and doing that showcase. And I think I've been out of state in the Midwest here and there to perform, but that's probably the first time I ever like went and did like a showcase in a whole nother state like that.
Yeah.
Especially recently. I don't think I've been I went out of state in like January. I went to Minnesota.
Right.
You know, but it was just doing that was real cool. I think that right now for this year, I'm proud of that one.
Right.
I'm glad I went out there and did that.
It seem like it's real glitz and glamour and shit.
It's definitely different.
Right.
Different than what I'm probably used to, and you know what I mean, like. But met some cool people out there. Some dope musicians, you know what I'm saying? I know not everybody like that Cali sound. I like it though. I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely trying to maybe do a couple joints like that. See if I can collaborate with people out there. But we'll see how that go. We'll see how that go. But yeah, I'd say that's probably right now my most favorite accomplishment was going out there and doing that.
I got 2 more questions for you.
All right, bet it up.
What's a song you feel like a lot of people sleep on in your catalog right now?
In my catalog?
Yeah. That's already out. Because I know you got some joints, you know. You put out 2 EPs this year. So.
Yeah. I put out a bunch of singles. I put out the album last year in August. Then I put out a bunch of singles starting in like January, February. I put a couple out. Let's see.
Staying busy.
Yeah, gotta do what I can. Oh shit. Honestly, I feel like there's a couple.
Okay.
Well, let me take a look right now.
Yeah, that's how y'all know, man. This man got a lot of music. This man got a lot of music.
A couple of days.
He can definitely get a fan out of y'all, man, for real. Like, he gonna make a fan, for real. Like, he put out a lot of music this year and put out 2 EPs. You feel me? So, like, this man is a workaholic. I don't know too many of those.
Yeah, I still be like, I still work my job. I got my kids too, so it ain't always easy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But my shit still, I don't know why I can't load the whole thing right now. But so I think Cat Trilliums.
Okay.
That was my first release with Kigs. That one's kind of cool. I don't know if it's everybody's like speed, but it was like we were talking and he was like, I was like, man, I really want to rap over a lo-fi beat. And he's like, I started off as a lo-fi producer. I was like, bet. Okay. He's like, let me play you something real quick. Played me something. I'm like, he's like, go. All right, bet. I think my girl sent me the Marianos and shit.
Right.
And I was playing the beat. I sat in the parking lot for 20 minutes and pretty much wrote like 3/4 of it. It was just like the beat was hitting.
Sure.
It's like it got a little saxophone on it. I don't know. It's unique. It reminds me of my group Stadium Status, but like, 11 years later,
right,
and just me. You know what I mean? But I feel like I kind of got that vibe, that old vibe that we used to have with that one.
Sure.
I think Flip It too.
Okay.
I don't know. Nobody really be talking to me about Flip It, but I fuck with that song. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those. Okay.
It's probably Mo.
Yeah.
First Things First.
Okay.
From Itchy Fingers. It's probably Mo, but I can't call it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like.
Okay. Favorite song out currently right now that's not by you?
That's not by me?
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go into my library. Let's see what I've been listening to. So, right. I ain't gonna lie. I've been listening to a lot of GNX.
Okay.
But a song that I really like a lot, that play over and over again, is Never Go Right by Monty Sykes.
Okay.
That shit fire.
Shout out to Monty Sykes.
Yeah, that shit fire. And I met him through Viacheck too, so it was like but when I had checked out his EP, I'm like, man, I kept getting that shit caught in my head. So Never Go Right, Monty Sykes, that shit, check it out.
Yeah,
So it's a sweet vibe. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I do got a lot more questions for you, but I don't want to waste your time. I don't want.
Hey, whatever you got, man. Shit.
Yeah, but like if you want to shout anybody out, you can.
Shit. So, I mean, shout out to all the producers I be working with. JB the producer, Flex Lennon, Kiggs. I got a song with Lier. I feel like I'm forgetting people. Manasseh, he was on I Miss My Dogs. He also did, he helped me out with the vocals for Joy a little bit. You don't see
Right.
There's no feature on it, but he's definitely in the background on there. I got a lot of work pending. Sometimes it's hard to remember everybody off the top of the dome, but right now those are the main people. Of course, Hef, appreciate him a lot. El Savio, definitely feel good about the people that's around. Westside Don. So actually, me and Westside Don, we got an album coming.
Okay.
So when I met him, I was like, your shit banging, bro. He was like, all right, yeah, appreciate it. I'm like, I'm gonna pull up to your session, and he was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then I put that shit in my calendar, pulled up to the session, and then I did some ad libs or some shit, maybe a verse. We not even using that song. And then we was like, yeah, shit, we should make an album. All right, bet. When you want to start it? We'll start in October. It's done.
Okay.
It's done. So
top of the year. When is it coming? Or you can't talk
we'll
about
see.
it yet?
We'll see.
Okay.
We don't got the art. We don't got the name, but we got 30 minutes of just straight bangers.
Right.
So it's we got a couple features. I don't know if you familiar with Lo.
Yeah.
She on there.
All right.
And Hef on there.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. It's
it already sound good, and I ain't even heard it yet.
Yeah, we got a couple. We each got a couple solo joints, and then maybe we did ad-libs for each other, and then we got some collaborative joints, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Well, till next time, my brother. See you later.
Definitely. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah.